on. Dasha's coming on. Layden's on. Joshua's getting on. Natalie, you've got a question. Chips Ahoy with icing on them. Oh, that sounds cool. Nice. Tons of sugar. Hey, Joshua. Hey, Christian. Hi, are you gonna learn third and fourth grade early so you can skip that when you get to that grade? Okay, let's get out our language books. We are going to open to page number 144. 144 in our language book. We're learning about adjectives. An adjective describe a noun. Hey, Evelyn. Layden, I think you're muted on your end. Okay, yep, now I got you. If I might go back to 143, I'm going to pick up on 144 for now to make sure we can get through today's work. Okay? Dasha. Page 144. Okay? Yep. Hey, David, Donald. Hey, Catherine. I'm seeing pretty much everybody on. Hope everyone had a good break and was able to use this time to get some things done, maybe take a break, give our minds a break. So, Jocelyn. Okay. Yeah, sometimes time does pass quickly. So let's actually go to page 144, and we talked about adjectives describing nouns. Joshua? You don't just see me. I know, I didn't make it just me. I'm going to make it just me in a minute. Okay? I figured give a couple minutes for people to be able to talk and see each other before actually just only seeing me. Donald. Did you have a hand raised, or were you waving to me? You were waving to me? Good to see us. I'm going to put me to the main screen so that you can see me and I can share the whiteboard with you so that you can see it. I hit the wrong button. Right one. There we go. You see a big whiteboard? Okay, that's what you should be seeing. I'm going to put this in here. So, an adjective describes a noun. And a noun is a person, place, or thing. So, let's look at this sentence. The baby bird ate the juicy worm. So, when I want to go find my adjective, the first thing I want to find is I want to continue what we've already learned. Remember when we first said about finding our subject and finding our predicate? Then we underline the subject one time, underline the verb twice. Remember that one? So we're going to do the same thing now. The baby bird ate the juicy worm. So what is my subject here? The baby bird. So I'm going to take a line and draw it between the baby bird. Remember, my subject is who or what my sentence is talking about. So my sentence is talking about the baby bird. What did the baby bird do? The baby bird ate. So that is my verb. I underlined it twice. What ate? Bird. That is my subject. Bird is also a noun. It is a person, it is a place, or it is a thing. Is there any other nouns in this sentence? The baby bird ate the juicy worm. Yes, worm is a noun. So if you want, put an N above both your nouns. So now I'm going to circle my adjective. I know that my directions don't say to do this. Okay, but this will help you find your adjective. Natalie. Okay, that's fine. Then just follow along and then do it as we need to do it for the other ones, okay? Donald. Not for number 1, no, but for number 2, yes. Catherine. 144. Okay? Yes, 144 is what we're doing today. Okay, so what is describing bird? Baby is describing bird. What's describing worm? Juicy is describing worm. Now, I'm going to give you a little something early. See the words the? Guess what? They're both adjectives also because they are always adjectives. So the should also be circled. But they're only having you circle adjectives that are so they didn't underline circle the, but the is always an adjective. So whenever you see the in a sentence, it is always an adjective. So always circle it if they say to circle an adjective. Catherine. You should. It's inside your language book. Natalie. Yes, circle the also. It's always going to be an adjective, so you might as well get used to identifying it as an adjective. Okay? So let's look at the second sentence. Oh. There we go. Dad keeps the old car in the garage. So if I look at this sentence, I'm going to ask myself, what is my subject? Natalie, what's my subject here? Dad. So I'm going to draw a line in between dad and the rest of my sentence. What does dad do? Dasha. Keep. So I'm going to underline that twice. Who keeps? Joshua. Dad. So I'm going to underline that once because that's my subject. And usually my subject is also a noun. So dad is a person. Any other nouns here? Evelyn. Any other nouns in this sentence? Car. So I'm going to put an N above car. Any other nouns? David. Garage. So I'm going to put an N above garage. So now, is there anything describing dad? No, not all the time is a noun going to have an adjective. Sometimes there's going to be nothing describing it. So anything describing car, Donald? Old car, so I'm going to circle old. And I'm also going to circle the, because the is always an adjective. So whenever I see the and I have to circle my adjectives, always circle that one. So let's go to garage. Is there anything describing garage, Pietro? No, but remember, the is always an adjective, so make sure I do circle the, even though there's nothing describing it. So, next sentence. David, you made our language book today. Mother made David a big chocolate birthday cake. So, what is my subject here, Natalie? Oh, what is it? Sorry, I didn't unmute yet. No, just mother, because there's no N there, and David's really not doing anything in the sentence. He's actually the person I'm talking about. So mother, what did mother do? Layden. Okay, that would still be an adjective though. So still have that circled, okay? So made, what did mother do? Mother made. Who made? Nicole. Mother. And mother is a person, so therefore mother is also a noun. Any other nouns? Jocelyn. What is it? Close. The cake would actually be the noun. And yep. So what else, Caitlin? What are the nouns here? No, made's my verb. David. David is a person, so David should have a noun. Is there anything describing mother? No. No words before it describing it. Anything describing David? No. Made is not describing David. Made's a verb, so it can't be an adjective. But let's look at cake. Guess what? Guess what words are describing cake? A big chocolate. I know it's a weird circle. And birthday. All four of them are adjectives, and all four of them are describing cake. So that one has a lot of adjectives there. So let's look at my next sentence. The small mouse skittered, kind of like ran, across the wooden floor. So, Catherine, what is my subject? The small mouse. I don't know what that is. Hold on, give me a minute. The small mouse. What did the small mouse do, Aiden? He skittered. So we're on the line skittered twice. Who skittered, Caitlin? Mouth. So mouth is also a noun. Any other nouns, Jocelyn? Floor. So anything, Nicole, describing mouth. Small, the small mouth. And remember, the is always an adjective. Sasha, anything describing floor? Wooden, and then the is always an adjective. So I want you to do number 5 through 10 on Think A, and then we'll go over them real fast. I'm going to give about 4 minutes to see how many of them from 5 to 10 that we can finish. So go over them in about 4 minutes. So do as many as you can, get as much of it you can done. Separate your subject and your verb by drawing a line. Underline the verb twice. Underline the subject once. Put ends above any nouns and then circle the adjectives. Don't worry about the arrow drawn to the word it describes. Remember, if you're stuck on one, just skip it, do your best, and fill in as many of these as you can, and then we're going to go over them so you'll have a chance to fix any one you're stuck on. Okay? Catherine. 145. When you're finished, go down and think B on 144, and then we're not going to do write C, the sentences. So on page 144, then you can go to 145 and do think A. Okay? Yes. Yep. So we got about another minute for the one still working. And don't worry if you don't finish it, it is okay. Okay, so I'm going to read through the sentences. If you're not finished, just follow along right where I'm at and do what I say to do. So all these will be finished when I am done. Okay? Jocelyn. Yes. 144, cross out right C. And I will go over this at the end again for the people who missed it, okay? So let's go back to number 5 on Think A on page 144. So number 5, Think A, page 144. I'm going to go through how we should have marked them, okay? I enjoyed the big red apple, Mother put in my blue lunchbox. So there should be a line drawn between I and enjoyed. Enjoyed should be underlined twice. I should be underlined once. Apple should have an N above it. Mother should have an N above it. Lunchbox should have an N above it. The, big, and red should be circled because the, big, and red all describe apple. And then my should be circled and blue should be circled because both my and blue describe lunchbox. My answers the question whose. Whose lunchbox? My lunchbox. I know we have not learned that yet, but that is okay. We're kind of learning a little bit early. That's the reason why I'm also going over the answers a little bit. So number 6, in winter, I like to see the first snow. The line should be drawn after I. In winter is not my subject. Okay, if I take in winter out, it still makes sense. I like to see the first snow. But if I take I out and I put in winter, like to see the first snow, it doesn't make sense. In winter is not my subject. I is my subject. Like should be underlined twice. I should be underlined once. Winter should have an N above it. Snow should have an N above it. I does not have an N above it because I is what we call a pronoun and we haven't learned those yet. And then nothing is describing winter, but the and first should be circled because they describe snow. Number 7. We saw that lady at church yesterday. We, there should be a line after we. Saw should be underlined twice. We should be underlined once. Lady should have an N above it. Church should have an N above it. That should be circled because it's describing lady. Which lady or which one? That lady. Number 8. That sharp knife cuts meat well. My line should be drawn after knife. Cut should be underlined twice. Knife should be underlined once. There should be an N above knife, and there should be an N above meat. That and sharp should be circled. Both that and sharp are describing knife. There is nothing describing meat. Number 9, Christ arose from the dark grave. There should be a line after Christ because Christ is my subject. Arose should be underlined twice. Christ should be underlined once with an N above it. Grave should have an N above it. The and dark should be circled because the and dark are describing grave. Natalie. No, because that's something that you do, so therefore it's a verb. And we don't capitalize verbs at all unless they begin the sentence. Okay? We ate warm pumpkin pie and drank cold milk. My line should be drawn after we. Ate should be underlined twice. We should be underlined once. Pie should have an N above it. Milk should have an N above it. Warm pumpkin should be circled because it describes pie. Drank should be underlined twice because it is actually a compound verb in this sentence. We ate and drank. And then cold should be circled because cold describes milk. So we are going to do Think B on page 144. Circle each adjective in the following list of words. There is 6 adjectives. Do not worry about doing right C. So cross out right C. And then 145 says, Think A, complete each sentence by writing an adjective for each purple noun. You're going to do Think A, but you are going to cross out right B. You're going to cross out right B. Okay, so we're going to page 144, 145. We don't have to do right C on page 144. We don't have to do right B on page 145. We do have to do Think A, which we just did together. We do have to do Think B, and we do have to do Think A on page 145 by ourselves. You have about a half hour, and I will see you in a half hour for a history. So have a good rest of your day. Finish up our work, and I will see you in a half hour.